Jai Hind dosto and welcome to the next awesome video of Mr. Marine Geek. And in this video, we will be looking at what is e-learning in your DG Shipping 3-tier STCW courses. The 3-tier approach, as it was mentioned in your DG order number 20 of 2020 and DG order number 38 of 2020, and slight improvements or amendments in DG order number 40 of 2020, has clearly mentioned what is tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3. So let's revise. The tier 1 is e-learning, tier 2 is your online virtual classes along with your practical sessions, if any, associated with that particular course, and tier 3 is your exit exam. In this video, one will understand how are you going to do the e-learning of any STCW course, how to enroll, how to log in, what are the different links associated inside your main dashboard, in your course content page, your assessments, and how you are going to go about it. The first step in doing your e-learning is not to go to e-learning website and enrolling, which is a completely wrong process. The first thing you are supposed to do prior doing your e-learning course is update your Indos profile or DG shipping profile. The second thing what you're supposed to do is update your photo and signature. And the third one you are supposed to do is to update your email ID and mobile number in your Indos profile or DG shipping profile. If you don't know which photo or signature or what type, I have already uploaded what all things are required for photo and signature and how to update your photo and signature in your Indos profile. I have given the links in the description below, plus you can also see the links on top. The video is divided into 8 different parts such that it can be more useful for you. Part number 1, how to access e-learning website. Part number 2 is the introductory tour of your e-learning website. Part number 3, how to enroll for an STCW course. Part number 4, the email what you will receive after enrolling and the difference between when you enroll for the first time and for the next STCW course. Part number 5 is actually how to logging in into your e-learning once you have acquired the password from the email what you have received, and the main course dashboard and the course navigation. Part number 6 is your e-learning, your course navigation. Part number 7 are the different links which are given on your course navigation page. Part number 8 is your assessment and reports, how to give your e-learning assessment after you have finished your logging in time.
So to start with e-learning step by step, go to the dgshipping.gov.in website and go to the e-learning link, and then go to the bottom side modular course link, and you have to choose this particular modular courses link for doing your respective any STCW course which you are supposed to do or required to do. So after clicking, you will come to the home page of your e-learning website, where you will be able to see the e-learning guidelines on your right hand side, the enroll now link, the technical support link, and as usual you will have that username, password, and then the recently introduced captcha code and the signing in and the standard forgot password links on your right hand side. So let's begin with the introduction, the e-learning homepage introduction to this courses. And when you open this particular homepage, as you scroll down, you will be able to see all the different types of courses being offered. The basic modular courses, your EFA and FPFF, STS, BHT. So all the basic STCW courses are given over in this particular link, and then you click on the next link, that is your advanced courses, all your advanced firefighting and all. So now we will take a look that at the bottom of your advanced firefighting course there is given as your e-learning study hours as 15 and minimum passing marks is 60. So you are supposed to do this particular module, finish this module for 15 hours of e-learning studies is to be done. And after you do this 15 hours of study, we will see in brief once we log in, you are supposed to do an assessment, and in that assessment the passing marks is 60% for this particular course. It will be, or it may be 50%, or it can be even 70% depending upon what kind of STCW modular courses you are planning to do. So this is the example of your refresher and updating course for all engineers, also called as RUTC, which all your engineers have to do it for their COC revalidation, course number 111811118. And you can see over here that the minimum e-learning hours is 18 and minimum pass marks is 70, and hence what I referred it before, the same thing rule applies over here also, that now in this particular e-learning assessment you are supposed to have a 70% passing marks. Another example where it is minimum pass marks is given only as 50% is your refresher course in personal survival techniques. So I'm just giving an example where you can see that different STCW courses have different passing marks, 50, 60 or 70 as the case may be, and you should like look very carefully as to what is the passing percentage. And now this is the refresher courses tab. And the additional STCW courses which are being offered in this e-learning. So here on the third page, enrollment procedure, you have to just click on the enroll now button and you will be able to see the endorse number. Just put in your endorse number, your date of birth, and then you go down and check for which course you are going to do this e-learning. Select. So in my case I will select the ship security officer as an example for this video, the normal SSO course. So we will select the course ID 6511 as the e-learning course. We will put the required captcha code right now, and then we will press the verify button, and then this particular message comes with your first name, last name, your email and mobile. You have to click on the dialog box that you are confirming that your email ID displayed is valid and currently used, because your enrollment email ID will be coming to this particular email ID only, and press submit, and it gets successfully enrolled over here with all the details. Username, password will send to your email ID, and then I will click to go back to the home page. So this is the fourth topic, email, which we received after enrollment, and this is the first email which I got after enrolling for the first course in the month of October. And if you scroll down, you can clearly see that they have given me the password and the username is the email ID along with the relevant details. And this is the email ID which I got it after enrolling for a second e-learning course, or third or fourth in that matter. and the course content is the same. Basically, the only the hours required, the percentage that has changed, and the password is not given to you. If you can see that, password is not given to you. So basically the password is generated only for the first course, and the same password will remain for all of your future e-learning courses. So the email will also have some details with the name, minimum e-learning hours you require, the passing percentage required in the terms of the correct answers also, along with the quizzes, 10 attempts for quizzes. The course content is called as ebook, and all other technical course related support. You will also have the live doubt clearing sessions, and the user manual also can be downloaded with that particular link. You can also download it from the main dashboard homepage help link. So welcome to the part 3, logging in into the system after enrolling for a course. And you can see that your username is your email ID and your password is given in that enrollment email. And now after putting the captcha code, and just press the login button, and it goes directly into the facial verification. So webcam will automatically get turned on, and this photo verification will be compared with the live images in the DGSA website. And this is how the main homepage or the dashboard looks like. This whole system is the learning management system, and this is your LMS learning management system dashboard. You have a course navigation links over here, and you will also have the main navigation links over here with the extra links. Main navigation will have password, home, help, and exit as the options over here. So let's zoom out and we will see in detail with respect to the newly enrolled course ship security officer what is there on the dashboard. So you can see on the top the course name SSO, you have the course ID number written clearly, you have course navigation links given on the right hand side. So you have to click on this particular course name, the SSO, to get to that course content and what they call it as ebook as well. You will also get to find the course expiry, that is the program start date as well as your expiry date, and it is 6 months valid. Sixth topic is e-learning course content, the topics, subtopics in that particular course. And once you click that particular course, you will have the table of contents over here. The whole left hand side is your course topics. You have a hide and show table of contents toggle button. You have a quiz button on the top. You have a progress bar as to find out how much progress you have made, finished your e-learning, and you click that hide POC button, and the whole course content gets magnified. And at the bottom you can like scroll down and you will have each topic can have your own notes. You can make your own notes which you can refer it back again whenever you want it. You can just scroll up and down. You can press the next link and automatically it will go to the next topic chronologically. You press the show TOC and you can see the table of content again on your left hand side. You press the next topic and it will open the next topic as you can see on the right hand side. In order to read it properly, you have to do just press the hide TOC button. You can also go via previous and next link as well. So you have to just scroll up and down and click on the different topics and you can finish off your e-learning courses over here. So we are come on the seventh part, quizzes and different links in the course. So in some topics you will be able to see that on the top you will have this quiz button. So I'll just, for an example, clicking that quiz button, and you will be seeing this kind of a page, and I will just attempt some of the questions. I'll just click some answers and scroll down. So you can basically give it in any order, first, third, fifth, sixth, fourth, any order. There is no order. And once you have given the answers for this particular quiz, which is actually for the subtopic, then you have to click on the top. There is a submit button on the top, and once you click the submit, it will assess your answers and give the answers over there only, immediately, with the marks obtained for this particular quiz. And then you press that submit, and see on the right hand side, you can see the result, 6 out of 8, and you can see the date, and immediately you can see that the first question answer is wrong, and he has given the correct answer, which is marked with the dot, and the answer what you have given on the left hand side option, what you have selected. So you can immediately see what is wrong. So you can see from the quizzes, the e-learning assessment at the end of the topic. The questions which come from this e-learning assessment is from this quizzes itself. The quizzes are taken from the subtopics. So I would suggest to do more and more quizzes of different subtopics, such that you will get to know more and more questions and its answers, and that same questions are getting repeated back in your e-learning assessment at the end of your e-learning. So this particular quizzes, only 10 attempts are given for this quizzes, as written in the enrollment email, which before also we have seen it, so be very careful. So you can check, scroll down, and see that the next topic also will have a different quiz button, uh, and then you can scroll down a bit, and then you can see that different subtopics have this particular quiz buttons. And I would suggest you to do this quizzes. It is not at all compulsory, but since in the last your e-learning assessment questions will be coming from this quiz only, so I am suggesting that you do the quizzes, you get to know the question and answers, and that is going to make a lot of difference when you are giving your e-learning assessment, by knowing the question and answers entirely of this particular topic. So the individual topics have its own links: highlight, remove highlight, calculator, and converter. So we are going to look into in detail as to what is what. So by pressing the highlight link, so you can actually highlight any kind of a sentence which you feel like it's important, but when you click again, it just goes away. So if you want to highlight the second time, again click on the highlight and again select that particular sentence which you want to do the highlight, and again press highlight and highlight it for the third sentence. But the remove highlight button will remove all the highlights present on that page. The calculator link will open a calculator for your calculations, and the last one is a converter. So basically it is a temperature, length, mass, area, etc., a basic normal converter given in this particularly the course content page or your e-learning page for that course. The other options links given are the email, question and answer session, assessment, and report. So these options you will be finding on the top right, right? And email is with respect to the course in charge, the one who made this particular course. And if you want to have any doubt that particular thing is wrong, or you want to give your suggestions, etc., with respect to your course, so you can write it over here. You can send an email over here with respect to the email link. The second one is the question and answer session. So this is basically a doubt clearing session. Uh, the date time is mentioned. You have to just register it if you are interested for a question and answer session. This is your assessment link, but since the course completion hours is not completed, this is the error message which states the same, that you finish off your course hours and then you can take the assessment. The next one is the report link, the most important one. And if you see that once you open it, it doesn't show you the report. Just scroll down the bar and you will be able to see that report. And the bottom one, the course login time, is the one which is required, which is going to have to be that 15 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours, etc., and not on the top. So basically you have to ignore the top part completely and just follow the bottom course login time. So you have two more dashboard option links. One is the password and the other one is the help option. And the password option is to change the password. So from the default password given by the system, you can change whatever you want, whatever you want, whether you want to do that or not. And the help function actually opens the same PDF file, which is the same link is given in your email as the last point. The same email PDF file with screenshots and etc. can be downloaded from here as well, from the help link. So welcome to section 8. So now we will see that once you have finished your course logging time, how to give your e-learning assessment. So coming to the same dashboard, the same assessment link which previously used to give the error message, but now when you will be clicking that assessment link, it will open in this way. The attend tab will have a screen icon and there will be a small laptop like icon under the attend tab, and you have to just press this particular attend icon to start your e-learning assessment. So this is how the interface is. The questions will be displayed at the center under a white background, and the question numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 are on the left hand side. The moment you attempt a question, it will turn into orange, and the questions which are yet to be attempted will still remain as white in color. So you can keep on going from question number 1, 2, 3, 4 and give the multiple choice the questions answers. And once you are done away by giving that answers for this particular e-learning assessment, you just have to click on the top. You can see the finish button, and on the right hand side you can even see the timing left. So normally you have 30 minutes for a 30 question answers e-learning, and 45 minutes if you have 45 questions for that particular e-learning assessment. So once you have finished, you click on the finish, you will get this kind of a dialog box where you will say that this many number of questions, the unattempted questions and attempted questions. Just to be sure that you have attempted all the questions, you just have to press OK over here, and it will automatically calculate how many questions are correct, how many are incorrect, and show you the results as in which can be shown right now on the next slide. So if you have cleared the minimum passing percentage as mentioned in your course ID, etc., it will be clearly mentioned over here how many marks have you given. And if you can still see, able to see that laptop icon under the attend section, that means it is you have failed and you have to give your second attempt whatsoever. And once it is passed, you will not be able to see any link over there which states that you have passed. So there is another way also to find out whether you are passed or not. So you have to just go to the dashboard and click on the report link on the main dashboard and scroll all the way to the last page, page 7 of 7 or page 9 of 9. Just scroll to the last page and you can easily see over here the marks, the submitted on, but timings, the dates and all, and clearly at the bottom you can see it is pass. Okay, so there will be nothing written as fail over there. If you have failed, you will not be able to see that marks, and you will be also seeing how many attempts you have cleared this particular exam.
The e-learning guidelines PDF file and the STCW e-learning user manual file links for both the files are given in the description below. I have also shared with you an invite link so that you can make your own cloud storage account and use it to keep your files in a secure manner. Plus, if you use my invite link, you will not just get 10 GB of cloud storage space, but you will get twice of it as 20 GB. Plus, you will have your own invite link such that you can invite your own friends and they will also get 20 GB, and you will also get 10 GB more per invite link. Please join my Telegram channel. One is exclusively dedicated for exit exam and e-learning, and the other one is dedicated for marine related inquiries such as MMD, DG shipping, exams, etc. The links for this particular Telegram channels are given in the description below. The e-learning guidelines clearly mentions not to do the e-learning on mobile phone, but I have personally done this very nicely on Mozilla Firefox browser on a mobile phone, and it works very nicely, very great. The only troubles you will be able to get to have is during your facial verification. So I would suggest to have ample light on your face, and then it will be all okay.